It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. Y'all, I've been off for a while, but I am excited to get back in the chair here and film some new episodes. And first up, today for our Metal Monday that starts off this week, I'm going back to music from Avenged Sevenfold. And this is only going to be the second time on the channel that I have reacted to music from this band. The first time was when we heard Afterlife. That was all the way back in episode 377 a few years ago. That was the third single from their debut album. We're going to fast forward in their career a bit this time as we're going to be looking at Hail to the King. And I'm really pumped that you're here. It's going to be a fun time. This is the lead single and title track from their sixth studio album that was released in August of 2013. As we recall, Avenged Sevenfold is a heavy metal band. They formed back in 1999 in Southern California, and they continue to be an active band even to this day. They have just released a new album called Life is But a Dream last year. And they've got some longevity and a lot of story in their past. And I'm curious to see in this iteration of the band what they're talking about, what they sound like, and just the general ethos of what they're doing. So I'm happy, like I said, that you're along for the ride. This particular song, Hail to the King, has been a trademark song for the band since it came out. It's been certified 3 times platinum just in the United States. And with its sales around the world, it's become their most successful single in the band's history. So it's the one that I thought would be the best option to get to here as we continue on listening to this band's music. So let's get to it, shall we? M. Shadows is on the lead vocals. Zachy Vengeance is on rhythm guitar and backing vocals. Sinister Gates, that's a cool name. Sinister Gates is on lead guitar and backing vocals. And Johnny Christ is on the bass guitar, and Aaron Ilige is on the drums. I am not going to be watching the official video. I've got the official audio from the band's YouTube channel pulled up. So let's take a look at it and listen to it, shall we? It is Hail to the King from Avenged Sevenfold. Off we go. Right out of the gate. That's a cool arpeggio. Rhythm guitar is just in this ear. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Do, re, mi, re, do. It's the lead guitar from Sinister that's got my ear. That's flat 7. Flat 7, back 1. They're tuned down. They're in E flat minor. And I wish I could hear the lead guitar a little bit more, actually. Listen to the lead in the background, though, y'all. The 4. That's the nice. Hail to the King, hail to the one, kneel to the crown, stand in the sun, y'all. That's flat 6, flat 7, 1. Verse 2. The lead guitar is nice. non-stop, y'all. Listen to that. Dare escape and the price to be paid. Just like they did before. Lord of the guessable, but it's great. Great vocals. Just when I got it, they stopped saying hail. Okay. Solo. Different feel. It's built on the minor blues. Sort of. Not quite, but it's what it reminded me of for a second. There's a taste of fear when the henchmen call. Iron Fist to tame them. Iron Fist to claim it all. Hail to the king. Hail to the one. Sorry for my singing, y'all. It's just fun to sing along with. It's really cool to have multiple people singing there and having that really great secondary voice providing some great fodder there. That's how they're gonna end. On flat 7. It's a straight ahead metal song, y'all. They didn't throw in any like tricks or things to try to lead us astray. It's just solid rock and roll and with some heavy metal thrown in there. And I'm telling y'all, that guitar that was in the background, like the whole time, there were times when I wanted to hear more of the arpeggios that he was playing throughout there, but it would have been overshadowing the words or the bass and the drums. How do you manage all of that when the guitarist is just ripping it up the whole song, y'all? That was really, really a fun thing to hear. Right down my alley in terms of metal. I love the sound of the drums. Boom, boom. Just really well mic'd, well put together and produced. I thought it sounded really, really great, y'all. So in speaking about this song, lead vocalist M. Shadows said that Hail to the King is a question about how society sees itself. From day one, people have elected leaders and kings. Well, I don't know if we elect kings, but people have followed presidents and they cry over who the new pope is. Sometimes you got to step back and say, what are we doing here? Why do we need all these people to tell us how to run our lives? It does kind of seem that way, right? There's two types of people. People that are like, provide the leadership and I will live happily inside of it. And there are others that are like, don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do it myself and just F off and, and have a Coke and a smile. You know, so there's a couple different types of ways that we can be free in a society depending on who the leader is or how the politics is set up and all of that. You know, we've got lots of different styles of societies and leadership leadership structures around the world. And, as we are firmly into the 21st century now, it seems like society is increasingly global, and the ideas of leadership and hierarchy and who gets the power and who doesn't, and freedom to do this, and laws that are in place to curb some activity and actions. It's all kind of in the forefront, I think, these days, because we can all see who's doing what around the world, and we can know that in real time. It's a really interesting time in human history in terms of how we structure our leaders and how we refer to them, how we pay respect to them, and how society just lives in these different ways of hierarchy. It's really fascinating, isn't it? And I did not mention it before, but I think that I want to say some about the Rev before I finish up here, because I believe that's what drew me to their music previously. In this album, they are in new territory, right? With their drummer. Their founding member of the band, Jimmy the Rev Sullivan, had died tragically of an overdose back in 2009. And in the wake of his passing, Mike Portnoy had joined the band and played on their fifth album called Nightmare. And with this sixth album, it was the first time for Avenged Sevenfold releasing an album without any of the Rev's artistry included. I'm sure it was a very emotional time for the band, and continues to be, right? Because the more that I read about the Rev, I see how multifaceted he was as a musician, and just how important a voice in this band and in other bands that he was. And I'm eager to hear more of this band's work. It really strikes me as some great straight ahead rock and roll and metal music. It sounds great, and I'm not sure whether I should go back to some early work where the Rev is included, or whether I should keep going here in their post-Rev repertoire. So that's where I need y'all's help. So when I get back to this band, let me know which song or which album to focus on next, because I really am intrigued by this band and I want to learn more about them. But I believe that's going to be all for me today, y'all. We have hailed to the king, we have kneeled to the crown, and I think we're standing in the sun. So it's all gone really well, and I enjoyed this one. So thanks to y'all for suggesting that I get back to this band, and do let me know which of their songs or albums that I should focus on next. I believe that is all for me today, my friends. I thank you very much for being with me on this Metal Monday as we start a brand new week on the channel. I thank you very much for being with me, and we'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.